Your dog curls up next to you every single night. But have you ever actually wondered what they're saying when they do that? It looks simple on the surface. A warm little body pressed against yours, eyes closed, chest rising and falling in that slow, contented rhythm. Most owners chalk it up to comfort and leave it there. But that nightly habit runs a lot deeper than warmth and convenience. There's ancient wiring behind it, real biology behind it, and a two-way bond that researchers are still unpacking piece by piece. Here on DogWise, we're going to break down what's actually going on when your dog picks your bed over every other spot in the house. And stick around for the sixth one, because if your dog used to sleep pressed against you and suddenly doesn't anymore, most people brush that off as nothing. It's not nothing. We'll get there. Let's start with the biggest myth of all. Number 1, they quietly rebuilt their whole body clock around yours. Dogs are hardwired to be sharpest at dawn and dusk. Leftover programming from ancestors who hunted at those hours. Left to their own devices, there's no reason a dog's internal clock should ever match a human's 9 to 5. And yet, in bonded dogs, it does. They start dozing when you doze, stirring when you stir, anticipating your alarm before it even goes off, sinking to your evening wind down with eerie precision. Nobody trained that. It's thousands of years of evolutionary rhythm slowly bending itself around one person, one routine. Not out of obligation, but because being near you has become the priority. Number 2, they clock your stress before you do. Ever come home after a brutal day, say nothing to anyone, sit down and find your dog already glued to your side? That's not just affection. That's your dog decoding signals you didn't even know you were broadcasting. Studies show dogs can detect shifts in human cortisol purely through scent, and with a nose up to 100,000 times more sensitive than yours. That's not a stretch. Add in your posture, your breathing, the tiny shifts in your face, and your dog is running a full sensory scan constantly. Here's where sleep matters most. Every night beside you, your dog is quietly building a baseline, your normal resting heartbeat, your usual breathing pattern, how your body feels when you're genuinely calm. So, the moment something's off, they catch it instantly. That's why dogs get clingy when you're sick, grieving, or overwhelmed. They're not guessing. They're reading data they've collected every single night out of pure devotion. Number 3, your heartbeats start talking to each other. Scientists tracking stress hormones in dogs found something striking. Cortisol, the hormone your body pumps out under stress, drops noticeably when a dog is physically touching someone they trust. Here's the twist most people miss. That effect isn't one-sided. Your cortisol drops too. Your heart rate eases. Your blood pressure softens. Your whole nervous system exhales. So it's not just your dog borrowing your warmth and safety. You're regulating each other every night without either of you clocking it. Over time, your breathing patterns start to line up. Your dog's body memorizes your rhythm. And when that rhythm goes off script, when you're anxious, sick, or wound up, your dog notices before you've even admitted it to yourself. That's not a pet looking for a cozy nap spot. That's a living, breathing feedback loop. If that's rewiring how you think about your dog right now, hit subscribe. DogWise is built entirely on what the actual research says, not what everyone just assumes. Number 4, it was never really about staying warm. The lazy explanation goes like this. Your dog's cold, your bed's cozy, mystery solved. Except that story doesn't hold up under any real scrutiny. Dogs are ridiculously skilled at hunting down heat on their own terms. There's the sunlit rectangle, on the hardwood floor every afternoon. There's the spot by the vents. There's a couch cushion that stays warm long after you've gotten up. If warmth was the whole motive, your dog has a dozen better options than fighting for legroom in your bed. So why you specifically? Sleep is the single most exposed moment in any animal's life. Every defense mechanism is switched off. Even a dog who's never spent a single night outside, who's been pampered since puppyhood, still carries the instinct that says danger creeps in while you're unconscious. And despite that, your dog bypasses every quiet, tucked-away corner of the house and climbs in right next to a human. That's not thermostat behavior, that's a decision. Attachment research on dogs backs this up again and again. The bond a dog has with their person directly shapes where that dog feels secure enough to actually let their guard down and rest. When your dog picks your bed, they're telling you something they have zero other way of expressing. You're the safest thing in my world. Number 5, they've appointed themselves your security detail, and their posture proves it. Dogs descend from animals that never fully switched off during rest. In a pack, sleep was a group project. Some members stayed angled toward the entrances. Some watched the perimeter. Nobody was ever completely unguarded. That wiring is still humming under the surface of your golden retriever, snoring on your pillow. Notice exactly where they land. A dog stationed near the door is covering the entry point. A dog wedged against your back is covering your blind side. A dog camped at your feet is positioning themselves to react the fastest. They understand, on some level, that this is a bedroom and not a den in the wild. But instinct doesn't care about that technicality. Somewhere in their DNA, a switch flips. This human is my pack, and I guard my pack while they're vulnerable. And it doesn't stop at location. The shape they sleep in tells you just as much. The tight curl, nose tucked near the tail, is the most defensive posture a dog can make. It shields the belly, their single most vulnerable spot. A dog curled up beside you, but still tucked in tight, trusts you, just not with every wall down yet. The full sprawl, legs out, belly exposed, completely limp, is the opposite extreme. Every instinct in a dog screams, protect your stomach. A dog who sprawls next to you has shut every one of those alarms off. Turning their back to you isn't a snub either. In pack dynamics, showing someone your back is one of the highest compliments an animal can pay. It means they're certain you won't hurt them, so certain they don't even need to watch you. And the dog who burrows in so close it looks physically uncomfortable, that's the clearest signal of all. Zero distance, by choice, not neediness, devotion. Number 6, if they suddenly stop, don't ignore it. A dog who slept beside you for years doesn't just quit one day for no reason. There's almost always something behind it. Health comes first, especially in older dogs. Withdrawing when something hurts is ancient survival instinct. Hide the weakness, don't advertise it. A dog suddenly avoiding your bed might be telling you something their body can't say out loud. That's worth a vet visit, not a shrug. If health checks out, look at what shifted around them. A new roommate, a new pet, a routine that got disrupted. Dogs pick up on social and territorial changes far more than we give them credit for. Sometimes it's emotional too. Something startled them in that room. Some tension happened there, and now that space feels less safe. The takeaway is simple. Pay attention. Your dog chose you as the safest place they knew. If that choice changes, they're not being cold or difficult. They're communicating in the only language they've got. So watch for it. Listen for it. And if they need help feeling safe again, put in the work with them, because none of it was ever small. Every curl, every sprawl, every night they pressed themselves against you and matched their breathing to yours in the dark. That was never habit. That was a choice made over and over, and the answer was always you.